Hi, my name is August, and I'm from Social Better Marketing, and I wanted to make this video so I could show you guys Vantage Points. And what Vantage Points is, like the angle that you see the picture from. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because that angle makes the picture like a lot interesting, and obviously the video more interesting, and just makes it more likely people to like view your stuff and like your stuff, and for you to see the story, and you to like actually bring about a story with the photograph or the image or the video, and just make it a lot more interesting. So right now I'm shooting from about like waist level, and the reason I'm doing that is because I wanted to create like an interesting viewpoint. And another thing with the Vantage Points that I was talking about is that I'm using these lines, the leading lines from these headstones right here, and that's another way to use a vantage point or an angle to bring the picture into view in an angle to where you're kind of like following the picture with your eye. So it's not just something that's like deadhead, meaning like you don't look at the picture and just your eye just like stops. What you want to happen is you want to look at the picture and you want to kind of like follow the things in the picture. So like maybe like with this, you kind of look at me and then you kind of follow the gravestones and then this beautiful tree in the background, and then maybe like up around and wherever around the picture. I don't know how your eye, I mean that's like how my eye would see the picture, and I would want to like kind of like look around the picture and see things instead of just like deadhead the picture and just look at one subject and then just be disinterested from there, because you want interest, and one of the things that does spark interest is something that you can follow around the picture. So I'm going to change the viewpoint to more of a boring viewpoint, and just to kind of show you the difference. Okay, so here you go. This is like pretty much eye level, and you could see how it pretty much looks like, or it is like you would see every day, eye level, which is a very normal viewpoint. And you're probably seeing like the horizon, which is kind of probably cutting off my head, which isn't very attractive to the picture, unless you're trying to cut the person's head off. You don't like them or something. But anyways, like here's like a normal picture where you would just point and shoot, like holding the camera right here. The normal line of sight, or field of view, or whatever you want to call it. But if you want to make it more interesting, like I was saying earlier, is you just kind of create like a different field of view, a different perspective, like maybe like shooting from the edge of the gravestone, or peeking out like through like through branches or something like that. Something to kind of like create more of a story. Anyways, let's try a different area so I can show you another example. So here's some place that's a little bit down that's real straightforward. So see how the lines come straight into the camera? It's really not, in my opinion, like very interesting. And then now watch, I'll change the camera angle so it looks a little bit more interesting. Okay, there we go. And that should look more interesting. Like I was saying, is like I changed the view so it's no longer a straight on shot, and also I'm kind of off to the side of the screen, or the camera, or picture, whatever you want to call it, and you can see how with these lines it kind of brings kind of like this, like vantage point basically, and with that it kind of like leads, you know, the viewer into the photo a little bit more, and at least my opinion, it makes it a lot more interesting, of course. And then also, you know, you're a lot lower. One of the ways to make things more interesting is just shoot lower, which is an easy thing to do. So I hope this video was helpful. And again, my name's August, and I'm with Social Betterment Marketing, and there will be more videos to come.